I have a dream. An actual dream.
I have a dream.
I have a dream.
I have a dream. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's film talk. It's me, Victor, and
Karim.
And this week we have seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Quentin Tarantino.
Yes.
Or directed by Quentin Tarantino. It had a budget of between 90 to 96 million dollars.
And that's a lot.
So you could say it's not an indie movie.
It's definitely not.
It's not in the same ballpark. It had an 83 on Metacritic, which is pretty good. Gnisly share. And it had a big grade A cast of actors, such as Leonardo DiCaprio as Rick Dalton, Brad Pitt as Cliff Booth, and Margaret Robbie as Sharon Tate.
Oh my god, great.
But wait.
You actually remembered the fucking names.
Yeah, I did not write it down, yes. But wait,
look.
But there's
Whoa.
more. So Al Pacino, I can't pronounce his name.
Al Pacino is in this movie also, Yeah,
and
Al
he is Marvin Schwartz.
Okay.
And also Mike Moore, I think. I don't know.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he portrayed Bruce Lee in the movie.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then Dakota Fanning as Lynette Fromme. Fromme. From
where? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know who you're talking about. Is it the what was the dog's name?
The dog's name?
Yeah. See, he doesn't remember anything. It's like I'm talking to someone who doesn't hear. It's like
shit.
It's crazy. Like that was the most important part of the film.
Once Upon a Time in a Dog Tale of a Hollywood
I think the dog's name was like Marvin.
But Marvin was Al Pacino.
No.
Marvin Schwartz. Al Pacino.
Oh shit. What was his name?
You asking me?
He was really cute. That's everything I'm saying, you know? Like the dog made the movie so much better. Okay. It's crazy.
I was afraid when like the final scene when the dog starts to attack. I was so afraid that dog was getting either hurt or dead, like killed.
Oh yeah, I was
saying that I don't give a shit about the main cast at this point. It's like the end of the movie.
Did he shoot him?
Don't
No.
touch the damn dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
loyal, so good.
Loyal. So a thing about this movie, it is known, at least from my friends before I watched this movie. They said that they needed to immediately when they walked out of the theater. They said they needed to rewatch it again.
Yeah. Because
there were so many things they didn't notice in the beginning or early on that was probably important for the end.
Yeah, well, Jonas have already watched it 2 times in the theater.
2 times?
Yeah.
Okay. That explains, like, you need to watch it more times.
Yeah, I really want to see it again. Yeah. Like, if I had time, I would... Yeah, it was super interesting.
It was both... So we talked, like, in prior episodes that both we want to rewatch movies, like, either because of their entertainment value, they're just funny, or you want to rewatch them, or because you need to rewatch them.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel this movie is both, which is a good thing, because that means the second viewing will be a different experience. Yeah,
well, I really want to watch the climax scene. I thought it was it was so good.
So I probably said this before, but my favorite movie, which is now competed with Parasite. Last week's episode, check it out.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes,
I know this.
It's Pulp Fiction, and I really noticed that in the end, it just flipped the script and became Pulp Fiction version 1.5.
Okay.
I mean, all the action in the end, like all the lines, all the, cockiness from Brad Pitt. It's just, I just saw, Samuel L. Jackson's character, like in his face, And he was like, my favorite line, So we've been missing this for the past few weeks. But I have a favorite quote from the movie.
Yeah, me too.
My favorite quote, which is revolving this, it is when he is like not methed out. He took acid, the acid cigarette, and he says, "Who are you?" to the guy with the gun. He says, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work."
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
And Brad Pitt's just standing there, completely silent for like 5 seconds, being like, "Nah, it was something more dumber than that." Like Rex. Dude.
And she's like, "Turks?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's right, it's sticks."
Dude, the last 30 minutes of the movie, I was just constantly laughing. And that point, I just, paused
so
and
fucking good. Okay, so about that quote, and like, I've told you to read about something, and you didn't.
I didn't.
Which
you said you're gonna send a link, which I didn't receive.
Dude, you can actually go and like Google it yourself. It's really easy. I didn't know which video I'm gonna send you. I was planning to search up a video and just send it to you. So, that quote is a real quote.
Yeah, because this is based on a real story, right?
Yeah.
A bit Hollywoodified, if you want to say so.
Well, it's based on a real story, but it's like the ending is different.
Yes.
Which is something that Tarantino does with, for example, Inglourious Basterds, where he like a happy ending for the World War II, something that based on real life, but it's something like a little bit different. Like Django Unchained is something real, I guess, but it's a little bit more happy for the viewer.
Yeah.
It's a happier ending. It's a happy ending, which is super weird to expect, but it's a happy ending. So, in real life, so you saw like Roman Polanski was like living behind him with Channing Tatum. Sharon Tatum? What was
Sharon Tate.
Sharon Tate, yeah.
Channing Tatum.
Sorry, Jesus Christ. I don't know.
You can never blame me for the names.
You said the name and I was like, yeah, something like that. It would be okay. But yeah. So that's real people. You know who Roman Polanski is, right? Super famous director. Super famous director.
I probably heard it in Story of Him.
Yeah, you definitely did. You can check him out later. But so in the movie, at that time when those three people went to the house, he was like out of the country, making a movie, right?
Okay.
And she was there with their friend and like another family that they knew, right, in the house. In real life, so I told you to search up the incident, the Charlie Manson murder or the Manson murder, right? And in real life, those three people killed Sharon Tate with her baby and their friend and the two other people.
So they actually died.
Yeah. This is real. This was something really big in the USA. That's why like we from Sweden, we don't know shit about the thing, and I needed to look that up as well. But that happened for real. It was like...
wait, so was it the opposite? Like the opposite in real life?
Yeah, well, now nobody died, right? Nobody, like, good died. Like, just the three bad people.
Yes.
In
Is it
this
the opposite
reality.
in real life, where the burglars survived?
Yeah, they killed 4 people.
So this was just,
And the baby, 5 people.
So this was their way of saying, what if?
Yeah, so that's a Tarantino thing.
Oh, I'm starting to understand the movie now.
Yeah, it's super important to know the
backstory. Oh, now I understand the ending.
Dude, it's super important to understand the movie.
Oh, because what you mentioned, like, for people in US, not everybody know about this incident, probably.
In the US, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, probably. Or maybe not the last generation.
A big chunk.
Yeah.
But at least...
It's a big thing. It made everyone be afraid and, like, put up cameras around their house and, like...
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, really.
Oh, okay.
Because it made people so suspicious.
Damn, that's pretty scary though.
Yeah.
Because I thought that what purpose was this ending? But now that I understand that the entire story was to set up for the viewer that, I know what's gonna happen in the end.
Yeah, that's the thing. The movie is based on you knowing.
But wait, was Sharon Tate murdered?
Yeah.
But she was not in the house in this version.
Yes, she was.
No, she was in the neighbor's house.
That's her house.
No, okay. So
In real life, they don't go for like Rick Dalton's house. They went to the
they went for Sharon Tate's house.
Yeah.
But Rick Dalton lived
Yeah.
down street.
Yeah.
So this is what if they went to their house instead?
No. In this reality,
What? Uh-huh.
they set up like they were actually planning to go like to that house, but they remembered that they knew the guy from Rick Dalton. They
From
knew
Rick
him.
Dalton?
No, they knew Rick Dalton, and they saw Cliff, who they had met before. Remember when he like punched the guy in the face?
Yeah, when he was at
yeah.
the yard.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
So they were like, no, we're gonna go kill them first, you know?
But he didn't know about Cliff before.
No, they knew.
No, they didn't know about the Cliff Booth before they went into the house. They never mentioned him or anything. And they walked in.
Yeah, they were like, or at least they set up that.
Or maybe they. Maybe.
I think they did. There was.
I just remember them talking about Rick Dalton, saying like he was our hero when we were kids, and he killed people on screen.
Yeah.
That's why we should flip the script and kill him instead. Okay.
But you know, but if he didn't go outside and like scream at them, they wouldn't have
gone to Sharon Tate.
Yeah. So this is based on like real events, but it's with another ending.
Yeah, a what if story.
Yeah.
But
and like
so Rick Dalton and Cliff Booth were
real people.
But they were not killed.
No.
No, they were not killed. Exactly, because they were in the
and
other house.
I don't think they had that kind of friendship. I don't know their friendship in real life.
Yeah.
But their relationship in the movies is super symbolic. But like in real life, I don't know if it
but that makes so much sense, because that's more like, what if they attacked a stuntman instead of a actress? Like, what would happen? And the stuntman just abolishment or like beat them up, you know?
I think the ending, it's symbolic. Yeah.
Yeah, but also like, what if they attacked a stuntman at the time instead of a actress? But also because of like giving them a good happy ending. To Sharon Tate. Sure. Because it was so weird of them just, you know, inviting him after this incident. You know. Like, oh, you wanna come for a cup of, like, a beer or something? Cup of beer. A cup of tea.
Of beer.
A cup of tea or a beer or something. I felt that was a bit strange. But I also understood that it was good for... Or, like, it was probably meant to be because... Oh, not meant to be, but... since he talked so much about he is one pool party away from being in one of his movies. And then this event occurs.
Or
and then he gets invited in.
He was super... He had a crush on Sharon Tate. That was the whole thing. He was like, whoa. Oh, yeah, hi. It's
okay.
But like... So the thing with the ending... Like if you see like... So the stunt guys in movies, they do the shit, you know? They do the hardest, nastiest shit that the stars, like the main guys, don't go through.
But they're not allowed to.
Yeah, but they are still the stars, you know?
Yeah.
When the movie's like, whoa, like super cool, it's like, whoa, Leonardo, oh, it's you know?
I love your work, man.
Yeah, I love your work. So they go through the shit. And like in this ending, he did all the work. He got stabbed, right? He was in the fight.
Oh, yeah.
And he saw everything. And like everything happened to him. But that guy, like the girl that ran out to the pool, she was like already dead, bro. She wouldn't hurt him for shit.
She would have drowned like 2
Yeah.
seconds later.
Yeah. And he took like the fire thrower.
Which I predicted because it was Chekhov's gun-ish thing. Because they mentioned it in the beginning. Like, I mean, they showcased Rick Dalton's work.
Yeah,
by-
and they showed showed the scene. Yeah.
But before, did you notice that when he was fixing the antenna, Cliff Booth,
Yeah, it was in the
class,
yeah.
in the shed?
I didn't see it, but I was talking to Jonas and he mentioned it, and I was like, yeah.
I noticed it, and I thought either they just have it as a reference to beginning of the movie, or it is a Chekhov's gun. You say Chekhov's gun?
I have no idea.
You know the concept of if you're leaving a weapon up.
It's gonna be used.
If there's a weapon on the wall in a movie or in a tale or anything, it's someone's gonna take it down and use it.
Yeah.
Same thing here. And then when he actually
I think
had
they
it in
wanted
his shed.
they wanted you to know that it's in there. So
Do you want me to close this?
no, it's okay. So what I was getting at, he just took the flamethrower, killed her like that, right? You know, and he was like the
star,
whoa,
the hero.
you killed her, like you stopped the, you know, it's like you stopped the burglars, you stopped the murders, and you killed her. Oh, that's so cool. Like, oh, come in, take a drink with us. You know, he's
the
like,
neighbor even said like
he's like the hero.
yeah,
you know,
he even told the neighbor that he didn't do anything. He just burnt the last one. And
yeah, but he was talking like, yeah, it was nothing. You know, it's some badass people came up.
He told them more like, I was just chilling in the pool and immediately this girl walks out and I just burnt her to a crisp.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're so chilled. Like, but you know who went through the shit? Cliff, the stunt guy.
Dude, that action sequence was just made no sense, and I really felt
so nice.
But it was so good because it felt like a cheesy 80s Hollywood movie. You know. When they punches are, ha, ha.
Oh, really? Did you feel that? What made you feel like that?
I mean, there were so many pauses of, for example, she was just on the floor, just rolling around, you know. She got injured, rolling around, and then she was there for 2 minutes, or not 2 minutes, but like
Which girl?
1 minute.
Which girl?
The girl that then runs out and get burnt.
Dude, he took her face and punched it through 5 or 6 things. He was going around.
No, that was the redhead.
No, it was her.
No,
I'm pretty sure, dude.
the redhead was the girl that he took over the fireplace and just smashed.
Was it?
Yes, because that was later on.
What did he do with
The
with
first
that girl?
But that girl, I think he just nailed her in the face or something.
Or wasn't it like that he threw the dog food at her face?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So he threw the dog food at her, and she was on the floor just rolling around. Then everything else played out, and then not a minute, but a long time after, he looks back at her, still rolling around, and just, and the dog just jumped on her. If it was real, she would have so much adrenaline that she would probably take a knife or something, just go for Cliff or something.
Yeah, but he portrays it as these girls, they don't know shit about shit. They're
of course, they're hippies. They're probably stoned.
Yeah. They think they are so, over everyone, and they have the right to do this stuff. Yeah. But the one punch and you're out. Yeah. That's.
I felt it was just. And all the action moves was just, classic. It was a...
Dude, I loved that scene. I loved it. It was so good. So good.
But it was just so satisfying when she jumped into the pool. And Rick Dalton's reaction was, what the fuck is going on? And she has no face anymore because it's just covered in glass and bruises. Yeah. She has a gun and just points it up in the air. And she,
panic mode.
She panics like she's drowning. But you will clearly see that she jumps up out of the water because she reaches the floor of the
but she's
pool.
In panic mode.
Yeah, but still, it's it looks so phony.
It was so Tarantino.
Yes, but it looks so ridiculous.
It was super Tarantino. So it was so nice.
But then we see that he disappears. And I'm thinking, is this the time when he like flamethrowers or something?
Yeah.
And then he actually does it, and just the entire pool is covered in fire. I was just laughing. Like, it was just so weird.
Like, dude, you just go under the water. That's all you need to do. Just dip your face inside the water and the fire is out.
I think that would probably make things like
Worse.
not worse, but not like equally bad, but really bad also.
No, I don't think so. Why?
I mean, her entire face is just in bruises. Doesn't that like affect?
Do you think
something?
she's like, oh no, I shouldn't put out this fire because I need like my face is gonna hurt more if I go into the water? When you have a fire on yourself or like anywhere,
yeah, then thinking, you just dive down.
You're thinking water, fire, water on fire, put the fire out.
I mean,
she was like, ah.
No, but when she was burning, she just dived down. I mean, like when she had all the bruises in her face before the fire.
Yeah, of course.
Like if
but
she knew
she didn't see anything, my man. Dude, that fight scene.
I may be over speculating, but it's just so fun to
That fight scene is so good. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was really, really enjoyable. Because like, he's like, he's fucked, you know, on that cigarette. He's out of here, and this is happening at the worst time possible. They come in and he's like, you know, that's all he does. He's such a badass. I love that character.
I love that he also is so quiet in the end. He just says his cheeky lines, you know.
Yeah.
And then he just mutes himself and just does the beating, you know.
Yeah.
And then eventually...
He's a badass.
And then eventually when he gets stabbed in the side, he's so drugged that he just...
Huh? You're gonna fucking die.
You're gonna die, girl. And then smashing her head into the telephone pole.
Oh, dude.
And stuff.
That was so gross.
I understand now why Brad Pitt... I think he won supporting actor.
Did he?
Oscar. I think he won it.
Dude, his acting was so good.
Dude.
He was such a badass. They built the whole thing. You know, when Leo was with him in the movie, he was like crying all the time and like super emotional and stuff like that. And okay, so actors are like that. Not all actors, but mostly like that. But he's also like, you know, he's a badass and he's like a wuss, you know? That's like, okay, so here how it is. Like, he's badass, he's doing all the stunts and jumping off roofs and stuff. And he's like, they're gonna forget me. They won't love me. And he's like, hey man, you got this, bro.
Yeah, he still supported him. He was like, dude, you're Rick Dalton. Never forget that. And he just...
Okay, don't cry in front of Mexicans.
I feel like Rick Dalton, or DiCaprio's role, even though he was the main character, supposedly, I feel like this was more of Brad Pitt's... I feel like Brad Pitt was a...
Yeah, for me, definitely.
The leading role.
Yeah.
Not... I don't think he had more screen time, but it felt like the story revolved around him more than actually Rick Dalton.
But like, a lot of the movies are real. You know, the things they talk about, and what was it? Like the cowboy hunt... Cowboy Hunter, or the series that they watched. What was the name of it?
Rick Dalton's TV show.
Yeah. All of those things are real, and they were like, oh, you know how fun that is, like doing like redoing parts of real scenes with these actors. And you know the scene where he's like talking to Nazis. And it's like when it's like super green.
Yes.
And they were like cutting between.
I don't understand that one.
That scene is real, okay? They put him into that scene using CGI. My dude, I was like,
No, I mean, is that from an actual movie?
That was
where an American wearing leather jacket, being cocky as hell,
Yes.
is in a Nazi camp
Yes.
talking shit to Nazis
Yes.
without any
This is
repercussions.
real. No,
like
no.
in the movie, I'm thinking.
Yeah, this is real. This is real.
How does that make? I don't know. That's weird. What?
I haven't seen the film, but when I heard that they put him CGI with CGI.
It was not just like green screen. They actually put him in because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
walks away also.
Yeah. They put in the scene. Like, think if you could do that with like your favorite scene, and you could like take the place of someone else. And he says the lines exactly the same. We can look this up afterward. It's super cool.
I looked up though, because as you noticed that some of Rick Dalton's, I think there's one, maybe two times when they look at a show or a movie or anything, and it's Rick Dalton.
Rick Dalton.
And it's
FBI.
and it's the actual Rick Dalton on screen. And it's not Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
But 99% of the time it's Leonardo DiCaprio reacting all the scenes.
Yeah.
Except for Margot Robbie. All of her on-screen scenes are just Sharon Tate. I was on IMDb, just looking through the information and stuff, and I saw this 2-minute clip of Quentin Tarantino talking why he only had Sharon Tate on all the movie scenes and everything, and not Margot Robbie reenacting it. And it was because he thought that her comedy, her body language, and just her in everything was just amazing. And it was an inspiration for him for this movie and other things. And also the scene where she walks in being like, I don't remember the name, but she's calling for someone's name and then falls onto a box and just breaks it.
Oh yeah.
He mentioned that was just physical comedy or like body language comedy or whatever, and it's just. He just said it was genius and he really wanted it to have it in the movie.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned something about like he wanted Margot Robbie to react to Sharon Tate in the movie, but we are reacting to Margot Robbie reacting to Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
And he said 3 layers is awesome, dude. I was like, I mean, yeah, okay.
I loved it. It was super meta.
I really think this was a honoring or like a like Quentin Tarantino's way of honoring Sharon Tate for this movie.
I don't think it's just Sharon Tate. I think it's
the entire area and
like the Hollywood industry, but
of course,
but also like he grew up in Los Angeles.
Yes, but so also I think it's a big thank you letter to Sharon Tate because it was all of her scenes was just there was nothing bad she did. She was never in a bad pin. She was never pinned to the corner.
You might say it's like a thank you letter to Rick Dalton as well.
Yeah, as well. But I mean, just Sharon Tate because since she doesn't get killed in this one and stuff like that. But also that he respects her so much that all of the scenes when they show her are not reenacted and stuff like that. But also he really. I'm not saying Rick Dalton was, pushed down, but
dude, the scene where they were like in the dude, Leo was acting like
as the bad guy.
Yeah, like he's
dude,
acting.
I wrote that down
in the series, and I'm like, dude, so many layers. I'm like, oh my god, we're in a movie. Jesus
but
Christ!
It's not just like that. It's just
and like the cuts, like when they take a pause and. God damn it!
But it's
I
one
can
take.
do this. Yeah. It's
a super long take. I'm just thinking, wait, when was the last cut? This was a long time ago. Just thinking that, and they have this camera on this, railroad. Did you say rail?
Yeah. I like
and stuff like that. And he just butchers his role, breaks character into his real character in the movie. But still in like
the layers, my dude.
He's in 3 characters.
Yeah.
I think felt like the Tropic Thunder intro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When they fake a cut in a movie and then immediately goes back.
And
but this was one take. Exactly. But this was one take. And then immediately he just like brah, brah, and then goes back into that role.
I can do it.
Dude, that was insane.
And like the little girl is like, that was the best acting I've ever seen in
That
my
was not the
whole
same
life.
one though. This was the scene prior to that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Where
But also
he-
that one, dude.
So good.
The little girl.
I
Do
loved
you know
I
who?
loved when he like went back and forth between this, like, oh, now we're showing the movie, like, you know, we're showing the part of the film they actually are shooting in real life, you know, and like, whoa, so now we're not showing them shooting the film, we're shooting, like, we're seeing
We are shooting the movie.
Yeah, we are shooting the movie, or like we're seeing what they are shooting, you know. It's super cool.
Do you know the name of the little girl?
No idea.
Is that supposedly to be a famous actor these days, or?
I have no idea if it's based on someone real or
Because I felt a bit blue-balled when he was, you know,
Blue-balled and
what's
little
your
girl."
name? No, not in that way. But I mean, maybe a weird word phrasing, but I mean like in a way of we were supposed to know who this girl was, and she just said, "I don't want to reveal my name on the sets," you know. And I'm thinking, maybe she's a big actor, and this was her first like kid role, or like one of her first kid roles, you know. But since we're not knowing who she is, supposedly we're supposed to know or something, or make a connection. I have no clue who she is.
I loved her role into, like, I don't know, putting some sense into him, or almost like being his therapist, you know. She, like, talking to her.
That kid actor was
so,
really good
like,
though.
a kid,
Yeah.
but she's so, like, wise, you know, like, and like the book, he was telling her about what the book he was reading is about, and it's exactly the problem he's facing. And I was like, oh, that's great cinema.
It's
I love
okay.
it. Oh, it's great
a sad
dialogue.
book, but it's probably all right now.
Yeah, she was like super cute and like
Yeah.
professional, like everything that you would think the industry are, but like he's showing you that the industry.
There's also a
is
nice
not-
side to it. Yeah. And dude, I this kind of sounds weird, but during our film education, I realized that I kind of enjoy being in front of the camera.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
take a part of this.
Parts.
Take the light, man.
I'm
ahead.
saying this in front
Go
of the
ahead.
camera.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but
I love the camera. The camera loves me.
I'm starting to enjoy being in front of the camera. I'm less camera shy and all that.
Definitely.
But I'm thinking like it's not my main role. Like I want to work with special effects and editing, but I don't mind being in front of the camera. And seeing the scene where he throws the girl on the floor,
Yeah. He's like, "Are you okay?" Yes.
and then immediately breaks character and being like, "I'm so sorry. Are you all right?" Being from this super asshole, like super asshole,
Yeah.
being to be, "I'm so sorry. Are you all right?" And the little girl just smiles, being like, "Dude, I'm all right. I have arm pads."
Yeah.
I mean, that was just so wholesome, and I felt like I don't know. I want to
wholesome, yeah. But like really, I look forward to acting. Like I don't know. Yeah, I enjoy acting.
After this entire movie, I felt like
not just after this film. Like
No.
I don't know. I like. It's not that I like being in front of the camera, but like I enjoy the part where you try to figure out how this guy that I'm portraying is, or like and like really trying to give off like good acting. I enjoyed it a lot. I really want to do it. I want to do it more. Like I hope people is like, hey, you wanna be an actor in our film? Yes, I will do it.
Speaking of being an actor,
Have you seen Rasmus Roskvist? It's me. Yes, it's me.
you were the guy in Billy.
Billy.
So, a couple of second graders in our school made a movie called Billy.
Oh no, we're not gonna talk about that film.
No, I'm just gonna like.
Yeah, sure.
But just
Tell them
were in
that.
a leading role in that short film. Is it a leading role?
Well, it's. I don't think I was supporting. Yeah, supporting role.
At least a big supporting
Yeah.
role.
I was the second.
Yeah. And I was the...
You were the
I
bully.
was credited as a guy named Gustav. And I was credited because I had one line, which was just like super weird.
Yeah. You were super
And
weird.
I kind of relate to the scene where he was, you know, throwing the little girl at the floor, because I have something similar. So, so the scene is like, this is supposed to be in context, so I'm choking so hard when I'm talking.
Go watch the film. It's really bad. It's awkward as fuck.
It is not uploaded for the public.
It is. No.
Yeah, but so in this shot, or in this my only scene that I'm in, so there's this girl jumping over the class during a class photo, and me and her is like on the floor, and I just grab a hold of her and just saying to the other bully, because I'm this bully's henchman.
He was a bully.
Yeah, I'm screaming, haha, now our girlfriend can be best friends. You know, being like super shitty. I was a bad guy, you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, you know, being super weird to this random girl I never met before. And then as soon as the camera stops rolling, I'm so sorry. Did I take too hard?
Was everything okay?
And she was like, dude, it was so much like space. What are you doing? It doesn't look real, you know? I was like, I'm sorry.
You did good. Yeah.
But I felt it was kind of the same seeing this. That even though they do something horrible, immediately they'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry, you know.
Dude, I would love to play like a funny role, or like more of an adventurous role. Because my role was like super like it wasn't weird, but like it was like and
mine
like
was kind of
the director was like
mine was a weird experience to play, but I did enjoy it though. But looking at it, I just cringe, you know, because it was
like doing a comedy. If I was like doing a comedy against Love, it was so fun.
So Love is our classmate who knows about this podcast now.
Jesus Christ!
Damn. More and more people starting to know.
More and more about.
Soon we have to start go public. No, but he's
stop go public.
We have to start going public. But he enjoys writing comedy skits, and he's probably
he's super into comedy. That's his thing.
And not just, you know,
he's actually funny.
Jokes. He looks into older comedians from like 40s, 60s. He has like a library of old movies I never heard of, which like has one funny joke, and he just breaks down the movie. He's insane when it comes to comedy and stuff. And he writes
I really want to do comedy films with him. It would be nice.
It's just hard to execute a good comedy though. That's the only problem. But it's
super fun.
It would be fun.
If you're like loose with it, it's super fun. I love comedy, but I think my thing is suspense. And the suspense of that scene where he goes to go to the farm. My dude.
Dude, it was so
my
good.
Dude.
I did not expect that. No, what you doing?
Can I remove this?
Why? Okay, so that scene.
So you're looking down again?
The setup
Yeah.
was so good. So we have this girl.
Setup.
This long setup of like this entryway of like this. When you say something, this.
I didn't even finish the thing. I need to tell you who they are. Like this girl, and like why did they go to like kill those guys?
Was it because they were the murderers during the?
Yeah. Why were they the murderers? So Charlie Manson is like was this famous guy that started a cult.
These hippies.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a cult around him. It was super weird. It was like, I don't know, sex cult or something like that. And they saw him as a god. And he's actually shown in one scene, you know, where he drives this Twinkie truck, and he stops and he's like, "Oh, I think I was lost."
Oh, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh, he was scouting.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. You need to know the story. If you knew the backstory, you would know that was him.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
Dude.
so that was like those girls were like a part of his cult, and I don't know a lot about the cult, but if I knew more about the cult, I would understand that those are like, cause
he has no connection at all in the movie.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Which you have, for example, I didn't know about that.
They don't tell you.
I just overlooked it so hard.
I don't know. That's a part of the suspense of it. They expect you to know who that is.
Dude.
But even if that you didn't know, the suspense was there. You know.
I mean, something was up, but I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah. Well, when he went to the like this place, the
mansion, yeah.
The mansion? No, not the mansion. When he goes to
you mean the yard?
The yard, if we're gonna call it the yard. When he goes over there and he wants to talk, like, just the atmosphere, and like the girl's like, "Oh, tell me if he goes near that, if he starts coming over here." It's like, whoa, what's going on? And you know that Cliff is like this badass, and he's not gonna make.
I was thinking,
like, he's looking around, he's scouting for something, and like, oh, is Charles here or whatever? Yeah. I really need to speak to him.
I was thinking,
whoa, dude.
when will the needle drop? When Cliff will beat down like 20 girls.
Oh yeah,
I thought there's no way in hell they're gonna like just let him be, and he will just kill everyone in his way, and this big muscly dude will be like.
But you know what was cooler? That
it was the truth.
Dude, that guy and how he beat him up for like ruining the tire.
Dude,
and he's like, so do it now.
So when I saw that scene, like he stabbed the wheel, and the other guy was just like like goofy laughing.
Dude, you're gonna get fucked.
I just thought, I thought like, oh, you're gonna like pay for this,
Yeah.
And
big
he would,
time, big time.
I thought he would just beat him up and then fix the wheel and then go. But he made him fix the wheel.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought that's so much.
So
much more badass.
That's so masculine, bro.
But also when he
like,
beats him up and all the girls just starting to chase him, he says, "Take one step closer," and I beat the living shit out of him. I was like,
my man, take it easy, man.
Okay.
We are Swedes. We don't like to make conflicts. It's not okay. Like we can talk about this on a fika. We can go to fika and we can talk about the problem.
Dude, like Cliff in this movie, it
was so badass.
I mean, it was kind of like a male crush, honestly, because he was just like, this badass dude.
I don't know about that, man. Badass with the wolf.
Did you notice that he talked like almost exactly the same as in Inglourious Bastard?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he talks like
it makes sense when he's here, man. Because he's all about
being remember, you're Rick Dalton.
Hey, don't cry in front of Mexicans. Cover that shit up.
That sentence.
Did that sound good?
That sentence was just like, a slap in the face. Oh yeah, we're in the
yeah. Put these glasses
80s?
on. Yeah, 70s, 60s, I think. No, 60s, 60s, 70s, 60s.
Oh, late 60s might be. Yeah, but it was just like a slap in the face. Oh yeah, it was an older time when I said, "Don't cry in front of Mexicans."
Don't cry in front of Mexicans. Put these on. Dude,
it's
he's
so weird.
Fucking badass, I like every movement. Like you don't see him work. Like you never see him like sweat.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You never see him.
He's never stressed.
Yeah.
He's just he's laid back. But as soon as something happens to him, he just
like you see him go over, like jump really easily to the roof. And when he goes onto the roof, you don't see him like fix the antenna. You just take his shirt off, see some people, and cut, the thing is done, and he's gonna go down.
Do you know, I was gonna bring that up.
Whoa, he's so fucking cool. How did he do that?
I was gonna bring that up. So it's a short segue. We can go back to the yard.
Oh, you're gonna talk about the chicken?
The chicken? Okay. That's another thing. I'm gonna mention at the end.
Shit.
Which I've noticed, but not you.
Dude, do you think I put like how did you even see that? Like that's
It bothered me.
that's not where your eyes should be. You should look at Leon,
Okay.
not the fucking chicken on the
So-
floor.
A segment before my other segment that's interrupting the yard talk. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go back.
A
to
short
it.
one.
Okay.
So I was watching the scene
So
when
the chicken. What's about the chicken, man?
DiCaprio's evil character was eating the chicken.
Yeah.
And he
Insert chicken scene here.
yeah, so he was just eating the chicken. No, liksom.
Yummy,
All
yummy,
the
yummy.
disgusting noises when he took each bite.
Mm.
And then he said, you should figure out his name or something. And he throws the bone. And I looked at the bone flying, and I saw it land. And I was looking, you can clearly see the bone on the ground.
Mm. But I saw it on the ground as well.
Yeah, but it's like you see it so clearly on the ground. It was like a black dot on a white paper almost. It was just, right there.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to the main character of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts back, and the bone is gone. I was thinking, no fucking way. No fucking way. And then we see the bone has moved like a meter
Yeah.
off to the left.
Well, that's probably like another take, and they just and it just was like better from that take, and they put.
But I saw it, and I thought
that's something they did with Parasite.
Yeah.
But they did it a lot nicer. I don't know if you saw it, but there's this in the first not first scene. The scene where they
we're back to Parasite.
Yeah, in the montage when they go back and forth between the father like practicing.
Oh,
in the
they
hallway.
have.
Yeah, and when he is like he sees the mother or something, and he goes down to the son, and he's like the son is like, whoa, you're up here, you need to go down here. Like in that movement, that's 2 shots.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't notice.
That is so cool. Like the editor put it in perfect. Like it's you need to go like frame by frame to see it. But he went like and like it feels like one take.
The chicken thing was a thing that I noticed that I really thought I'm starting to notice when it's other takes and stuff like that. It was like a big.
God damn it! I've been editing too much.
It was a big moment for me.
Yeah. Well, we were sitting like I'm not even kidding with you. We sat more than 55 hours the week of the examination.
Yeah, we presented our first draft of our short films.
Yeah.
They are not like color corrected.
Nothing. They're
nothing.
Just
they
edited.
just rough cutted.
Yeah.
So you sat 55 hours.
Yeah. We sat seriously
Fuck.
We sat like 2 days, 12 hours.
Yeah.
Per day, and the last day we sat, I think 17 or 18 hours. We began at 8 a.m. and we finished at 1:30 a.m. the day after, and we had 2 days more. One day we sat like 8 hours, and the other day we sat 10 hours. We were there so much. It was crazy. And we were like several people working on several computers doing different things. Like I edited the montage in the
nice.
in the beginning, and we had like people doing like the eftertexter, like the what was it called? The
Credits.
The credits, and someone was sitting and doing the subtitles at the same time. And then we had Jonas in the main room like editing with Henrika, and I was like going between. Everyone was like, okay, how is it going? Okay.
So in your intro, the first do you say setup?
First shot.
First shot.
The first shot was the last shot we shot.
Yes, and it was because I don't want to be that guy, but it was because
I don't think it was because of you.
Okay.
Because I don't think the person that like said that we should shoot that heard you.
No. Okay. So
I know
it might have been like Henrika or someone that said it.
Yeah.
But I remember vaguely, or not vaguely, I remember pretty clearly that I saw it when we were standing outside, just waiting, and I saw a car passing through this. It was dark outside.
So the first shot is this police car, like driving
on this small
on this road,
country road.
And, like you see like the silhouettes of the forest in the foreground, and then there's so much like what's it called, like the dimma,
like
You know, the smoke.
Dusk.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
So the light just get this cool flare and stuff.
Yeah, it was so cool. That was
Through the
best
trees.
shot, yeah.
And I remember saying that to Matilda, which worked on your short.
Who was the FUD?
Who was
first assistant.
And I said to her, dude, that looks so freaking cool. And she was like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. And I said, like, you should probably just, like, you know, set up a camera.
Well,
I
think it was Matilda that said that we... So, cred to you, my man.
I take a 10% cred on that one.
Okay,
10%. Yeah.
We're gonna put in the creds.
Well, I'm already there, so...
10% Jonah to Victor.
Yeah.
10% Victor, like what? 10% of what? The creds, bro.
But it was just a funny thing because I saw the exact way I saw it, and I was like, dude, they took it in.
Because that wasn't planned. Like,
no, I know.
That was not planned. We were... Well, my thought was that we were gonna take like a big shot, but a shot where we stand next to the road and we see the car coming far away, like, you know, the opening to Fargo. You see, like, have you seen it? Like snowstorm, and you see like this car coming through the snow. It's like, I don't know, 300mm lens. You know, it's like super tight, and you see like the car coming like a long way from the distance, you know. Yeah,
so we've been editing a lot.
Yeah, we've been editing a lot. So back to the you want your
right
other segue. Today
we bought 2 big expensive books.
Oh, Jesus
for
Christ.
certification in the Media Composer.
Why did I do this?
2019
I didn't
to 2020.
want to do this, but I guess it's okay to get the.
I'm thinking it's just.
I guess it's good for
it's planned into our
work,
schedule,
you know, to be able to show that you know Avid pretty good.
And I also think it's, since they planned it in our schedule, it's pretty good. But so we are gonna probably start talking more about editing in the near future.
Very many.
And not just editing. I like this cut, more like why they have it, and
this cut was 2 frames too far.
Yeah. So editing skills. Coming right
up. But there's a lot to editing, you know. I think for me right now, just because I don't have the experience. I feel like editing is about experimenting.
Yes.
To try and get closer and closer to what you imagine. I
have never really editing on something big. I'm just editing on my personal things and like small things. So I don't have these super knowledgeable things. Yeah. I just edit the way I think it looks cool.
Yeah. You know? Right now I'm gonna actually be sitting and editing on 2 things at the same time. And by the way, I wanted to tell you this. We should maybe say it off camera, but I really want to talk to you about this. So we're gonna have the FS7 through the weekend. From Friday, we're gonna take it out because we're gonna shoot this like small thing with Jonas and Bella.
Oh yeah, and Sinna.
Yeah. No, Sina's not with us. Martin is with us and Doug is with us. And you can come if you want.
Okay.
Like you can. There's always something to do. But so we have the camera from Friday to Wednesday. Okay?
I can almost 5 days.
5 days, and we're gonna shoot on Tuesday, and we're gonna have like a technical like tryout rehearsal on Sunday.
Okay.
But I wanna shoot something else because we're gonna have the camera.
Dude, I'm on.
It's just sitting there, and you know what we have as well?
The lens kit.
The lens kit, my dude.
Okay, so there's a lens kit. One lens kit.
Oh my god. There's two. There's 2.
Oh, there's 2. Okay.
Yeah. So we have one of them.
The school has Sony FS7 cameras.
Yeah.
Like 8 of them or something.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them. But it's not our like highest quality camera. We have an Alexa RE.
Yes, but there's 1 or like 2 lens kit with 6 lenses in each.
Yeah, like cinema lenses, like expensive, you know, big heavy box. Expensive prime lenses.
And we had a lesson just touching them.
Yeah.
And there's a picture. Should I throw it up on screen?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So there's a picture of Karim just holding this lens, being like, "Oh, my baby," and I write.
That was so genuine. That was super genuine. Was it you? No, you didn't take the picture.
I took the picture.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Because I remember like getting it from Matilda. But
I was the one who took the picture.
So here, it's always you and Matilda. Matilda's like taking your thunder, baby. So he writes on the picture. What did you write on the picture?
What picture?
What picture? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
With the lens, the picture with the lens. What did you write?
I wrote. I'm sorry. I wrote like, oh.
Wait, where am I?
Daddy holding his child or something.
Yeah.
Because you can clearly see, like, Karim holding the lens like this because it's a
I was holding
lens.
it like this.
Yeah, and then like, Jonas is like over the shoulder, like, oh.
I was like, wow, it's so beautiful, and he was like, yes, it is. You know.
Yes, honey.
It's so genuine and it's so perfect. It really looks like. I was like, yeah, that's exactly how I felt. This is true. This is true. I wanted to post that like yesterday.
So that was one segue from the chicken talk.
Yeah. So you should actually put the chicken up, like the chicken scene.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know, zoom in and you see the chicken is like, where is it?
So so one thing I liked about the Cliff Booth scene. Or like not the actual scene, but like Cliff Booth in general, is just, you know, laid back and all that, and also how he like almost beat up Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah,
because we were talking about
really controversial.
Yeah, we were talking about how he would handle the scene, the yard scene, if it was like, you know, the guy was dead in the back or he was not there or something. Like, would he like kill everyone, like Kill Bill style, or like what would happen? And just thinking like, how can this play out? And then he punched up the hillbilly instead. And then you're seeing how he, in one take, from just talking to Bruce Lee, because it was a one take, until he lifts up Bruce Lee and throws him onto the car. Everything is in a one take.
That's pretty cool.
That's like 2 minutes, I think.
Was it that long?
Yeah, dude, it's long. It's long.
I don't think it's that long.
Okay, so the first time we see Bruce Lee, he's standing there talking about like honoring his family or whatever. He's talking like this emotional speech. It ends when Cliff lifts him up and throws him into the car.
That can't be one take.
Dude, I looked it. It is insane. Maybe there's a one cut.
Did you actually like scroll back and see?
Because there's one moment where Cliff, or like Brad Pitt, gets, you know, the first time when he gets kicked in the chest. That's actually Brad Pitt because there's no cut. So
I don't know, man.
Dude, I might be wrong.
I'm gonna look it up.
This is one of those moments. I might be wrong.
Definitely gonna look that up.
But my stomach just says it's just one thing. Because I remember just they saying like, challenge me to a fight, and then the camera like rolls. There's no cut to anything, and we can clearly see.
Oh, it was like.
And there was
when it took the like. It was like, you know, in those action game thingies when I don't know, fight, and it's like
exactly
it's that type of.
And also when they were talking during a one take, where I really felt, so we have learned with the camera that if you make it shaky and you're fixing the zoom and like the focus in shot too much, the viewer or the audience notice the camera.
Yeah.
And the movie,
cautious.
If you want someone to like experience the movie as in we are there, or like, you know, we don't even mind the camera.
Yeah, smooth as possible.
Smooth cuts, as in like seamless cuts where we just, you know, understand everything and it makes sense why we cut there. And like don't go from handshake like this to just a still. If it has a really good purpose.
Yeah.
As in a montage or whatever. And stuff like that. But this felt like it was like one of those workers listening to Bruce, because in the beginning we just look at Bruce like this, na 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 na, and then we hear him starting talking. That's a lot of bullshit. And then we start to look at him, but still at the both of them.
Do you think this is funny? what
yeah,
you
exactly.
found so
And
funny.
like, we think it's funny. And then we kind of walk towards Cliff, and we're being like, well, yeah, it's a lot of bullshit, you know? And then we hear Bruce Lee talking off cam, like, no.
But
And then,
yeah.
and then the camera goes a bit like this, back and forth.
Yeah, I need to see. Yeah,
there's
I need
no
to
cuts.
see the scene again. Yeah,
There's no cuts, and when
I
they
didn't
say,
notice that.
yeah, and when they say now we're gonna fight or whatever, we can see, yeah,
we can
see Bruce Lee starting to take off. We can see Cliff starting to take off. The camera goes back. It becomes to a wide, and then they start to fight. And Bruce Lee just runs, kicks him, and he falls. And I'm thinking, where's the cut? And then Brad Pitt just stands up, and I think it's actually Brad Pitt who takes the kick. And it's just, I noticed it and was just, dude,
if he actually took the kick, I'm very proud.
Then he deserves 100%
Dude,
the Oscar.
He was his own stuntman. He didn't have no stuntman. Because he was
pulled
the fucking
Tom Cruise,
stuntman.
dude.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's I had something to say. Jesus.
You need to rewatch that one. But
that-
that's the same thing
that's
with his personality, not personality, but his presence in the room.
Yeah.
The same as the Yard. We're just thinking, dude, he can beat up Bruce Lee. He's in a place with just bunch of people, like girls and like hillbillies and everything, and they're like super weird, as in they have murdered someone and they're trying to hide it as well as possible, but they were telling the truth, which was pretty weird, and a really good twist because I didn't expect it.
What the fuck?
It was such a good twist because I thought, oh, now it begins. Dude, what the fuck? And nothing happens except for him doing it himself.
I love the suspense. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, the suspense was so fucking good.
But you know, that was with the Stan Lee is like
Bruce Lee.
Sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Stan Lee.
Upgraded
Spider-Man.
Stan fucking Lee. So the thing was Bruce Lee and the whole film. It's like, it's not made for our generation.
Oh.
But it's such a good piece. Because like, so the thing was Bruce Lee is very controversial. Because like, okay. I don't think Bruce Lee was cocky like that.
I don't think so either. I think that's the Hollywood certificate.
I think it's just like, good for the story. Because the thing with that scene is that he wants to show that this guy is fucking badass. He can fucking kick Bruce Lee's ass. You know, if you have someone like that, man. Yeah, he's dangerous. He will do anything. He like, you know.
Which also makes him scary with the fact that it's a rumor going around him if he killed his wife or not.
Yeah.
So according to that flashback, I think it's an accident. That he was just holding the harpoon like this, ready to go out diving, and then like the boat was just scumping or like skipping.
Yeah.
And then he kind of pulled the trigger not by accident and just.
I love that kind of flashback. They use it several times.
Dude, there's so much more we need to talk about. Okay.
Yeah.
So we talked about Cliff and we talked about the last scene and stuff. What do you think about the narrator?
Ooh, that's
so
interesting.
The narrator he talks a shit ton in the end, right before the final big action piece, like setting everything up. But he has one line in the beginning of the movie, and that is when DiCaprio, Rick Dalton, explains that I don't really want to drive or something like that, and he says, that's a lie. He was in an accident, and now Cliff have to drive him everywhere. There, it's the only time there's a narrator, and then like 1.5 hours later, we have so much of the narrator. And there's a famous... The narrator is a famous person. I don't really know his name, though. I
don't know who it is, but yeah, it was super... But it's a Tarantino thing, for sure.
Yes. But what do you think about the way he... Like one sentence in the beginning, because the audience needed to know a little bit more, and then just everything in the end. What do you think about that?
It worked for me. Like
it worked. It
wasn't distracting because I saw it coming. Didn't see it coming, but I saw it almost coming because it's Tarantino.
I think it was a good way of saying that in the beginning we needed just like one clarification, and then how should we explain it?
Like there's so much he didn't talk about. Like
Yeah.
the things he put up is the important things, you know.
They
And
could
it's
have
just-
made it as in he explained his relationship to the owner of the yard, but instead they made this super suspense scene.
Yeah.
There's so many scenes where they can use a narrator
Yeah,
to
of
make
course
it
they
easier.
could use the narrator for everything.
Yeah.
but I think he might just like in that one, good like.
I think it was just like a heads up, maybe.
I mean, yeah,
or something.
a good way to introduce the narrator. So
Yeah.
in the end, when it comes, it's like, whoa, where did this come from?
I think
you know?
the last scene is the most important scene, as in it's the one that's changed it all, like the what if story, you know. And it has so much setup to it, every little thing. Sharon Tate, who is not even in the last scene except for the very end,
Yeah.
or like the last
I think that's like
thing.
it was
When he was like, Sharon Tate was pregnant at the time, and he was starting to get cranky, you know, the pregnant kind. Like stuff like that didn't even matter, but he talked everything in so much detail up to this moment, and then he just lets it go, and then what if, you know. So that was like a big, you know, heads up, now we're gonna get action, you know.
Yeah, but it's I think that like that last shot, crane, and you see like them coming up to the house and like they hug and stuff. You need to understand that for Americans, like she was this beloved actress.
Yeah, she
and
was,
her death with the baby was like a very big thing. You know, and when you see that it's like she's okay, you know, in this reality, she's okay, and like people are like, oh, you know, it's like that type of feel good, because you know that she died in reality. I love it. You know why I love Django Unchained and why I love The Hateful Eight?
The suspense.
Not only the suspense, but they feel like a story. The narrator in Hateful Eight, it helps the story. It's like, feels like someone is telling you a story in bed, and you're like, oh, I want to hear that again, you know? When I was little and like my grandma would tell me stories, like bedtime stories, I would like see the possibilities and everything, and like Tarantino's doing the same thing. He's like whispering in our ears, like, oh, here's a story about this people that are stuck in a cabin, you know, stuck in a cabin. So easy to do, you know. It's like one location. It's awesome. I love that feel of storytelling.
It's so weird scenarios.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. It's good.
Dude, have you seen Hateful Eight? Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know what to do with you.
I mean, there's a lot of movies I need to see.
Yeah, there's tons and tons and tons. Oh, we need to watch Hateful Eight.
Yeah. But and one thing also, I really enjoyed like they cutting into older movies.
Okay.
When he explains stuff.
Yeah. That I love it. I think there's something deeper to it.
It felt
but
like
I wasn't like super focused in those parts.
Exactly, because I was just, you know, it jumped so much that I kind of forgot the main story. At least in the beginning. It jumped so much between all these movies that he's made, or like
the first shot is
his appearances in other shows and stuff.
Well, the first shot is like, oh, hello. I think you might think that you're seeing double, but don't like reset your television sets, because in a way you are. You know, it's like, I think that's like a super nostalgic feel for like older people that lived in that period of time.
Dude, it just felt so. It was like a reward.
That movie.
No, that movie entire, yeah.
Or the
entirety.
cutscenes.
But the cutscenes,
it's
because
fresh. It's fresh. It's like it's not normal.
It was just like, you know, we have this story. We don't really know the characters yet. We want to know who they are, and then just to throw it in, we have like this scene of him just frying Nazis with a flamethrower, and then the next one he's like a cowboy, and he's making a commercial like eat green number 3 and stuff like that, and just it was just nice.
Yeah.
It was not like forced.
Yeah. No, but it's like
it's a weird feeling.
You don't need to tell your story the way that you are telling the story. Like you don't need to see everything that's happening. You can be creative with the way that you tell what you want to tell. You know what I learned from the film that we made? That I don't need to show everything.
Yeah.
I can actually like, I need to really get better at this. I feel like an idiot for doing like that.
The audience isn't stupid. Like,
you don't need to show. You can show the things, but in so much more condensed way.
Yes.
Like keep it clear. Do something fun with it. Show something else. Show it in this way. Show it in that way. Go up high. Like do weird stuff. That's why I love Edvard. That's like a movie one of the groups made in our class. I love Edvard because it's like it feels fresh. It's not the way that you would tell a story in it's. By the way, that type of films,
dude,
so many of them.
All of their like. So we have this guy Linus.
We're gonna have him on the podcast. He's actually nice.
Dude, he's
super nice.
I mean, Tarantino is just good writing and all that. He's like everything, dude.
Well,
I don't know his writing.
Yeah.
But like lighting, he's just insane.
I
Camera
think
angles.
he's professional. He's been studying. He studied, I think.
But he studied like music and sound.
Was it music or sound? Or
it was
study...
sound.
I thought he studied Manus, script writing.
Oh, maybe it was that. Okay.
Yeah, because he's been studying for so long.
But he's just a crazy ass dude in a good way.
Yeah, in super good way. I feel so inspired.
And he was the thing I love about him, because I have the group project with him. So in this latest movie he did, the Edvard short movie, there's a scene when the people are like one guy's showering, and all of a sudden it just turns red and it's just like thick blood. And I just remember, how did he do it? Because it looked so casual, as if like they just changed the water to blood, and it looked really good. And then the question popped up, like, how did he do it? And his fashion of like explaining things is like, I just put the pump to the shower head and just had it off screen and just pumped blood. Like there's no detail and explanation. For him it's just like this. Yeah. And we were just mind blown. Like it's so genius because it's so simple.
That's like
in theory.
What filmmaking is about. You need to finding creative.
And he just finds them. And he doesn't find them. He knows them since before. It's so crazy. I think he's
my dude.
He's one of my biggest inspiration in the class.
Yeah, definitely.
You're one. Mine also, because of your hard work and all that.
I felt super inspired.
He's so crazy,
film,
dude.
Yeah.
So if we can have him
definitely, it's gonna be
him
fun.
On someday.
Because I feel like he's so quiet and stuff, but every time I talk to him, he's so nice to talk to.
I think it's something like he's
so
just
laid
this
back,
He's this balloon full of knowledge, and if you poke it, it will blow and just be in your face, be like,
no, he doesn't
holy shit.
Like he's not he doesn't take over the conversation.
No, not like that. I mean, like as soon as you start to poke it, you start to realize, holy shit, he has a lot of things to say.
Like letting go, and he's talking, and he's really nice, and I was like, dude, I love the film. I thought it was like the best film, and of the whole presentation. I really loved it,
dude. So funny thing. So we played a scene. Where I wake up in my bed, and my bed is over there off cam.
Yes, over there. That's where all the magic happens.
Yes, all the
yes.
You wanna come over and have some movie magic?
All the fucking magic.
And then we were setting up magic. And we were setting up like lighting and stuff.
Yeah. And
he said, "I want the feeling of having this, what do you call it?
I don't know.
The blinders.
Yeah, blinders.
The blinders in front of a window. He wanted that to have on my face and over the entire wall.
Yeah.
But we didn't know how to use the normal light out. So we had to recreate it. Or like we didn't have to, but he thought it would look cooler. So he actually held up this table.
This table.
He had a light in front of him, like here. And then he just held it like this, just arms out. And he stood there for like, I don't know, 30 minutes.
Oh,
Not the entire
Jesus
time,
Christ.
but he was like, you know, doing like this. And he was just experimenting so much just on his own. He was like, what if I do like this? And I was just like in my corner of my eye looking at him. I was like, dude, he's just experimenting with everything. This dude is going places.
That's something good to take out of like of him. Like,
yeah, he's not.
You need to experiment,
He's
especially
not,
with light.
Even though he might be quiet for a lot of the time, he's not like rolling his thumbs. He just does things. Dude,
it's awesome.
If he does not get big, I don't know what.
He needs to get big.
He needs to get big.
He needs to get buff.
He's supposed to be big right now.
Yeah, actually.
Not supposed to be, but
he's gonna. I think
he could be big right now. It's what I'm trying to mean. Trying to say.
That it's awesome. Okay, so the what do you think? 1 to 5.
Yes. So last time I had the problem with how to rate Parasite.
Yeah.
But after realizing that it's one of my probably all-time favorite movies, even though it's kind of early to say, but since I enjoyed it so much, I want to rewatch it. I want to break it down. I gave it a 5.
Yeah.
This week, though, even though I still have these two criteria of I want to rewatch it because of the entertainment value and also because of the breakdown value.
Well, it felt like the first time I saw it was just entertainment.
Yes.
That's I was like.
For example, now afterwards,
yeah.
I'm thinking now I really need to break it down, you know. But I still don't think it holds up to Parasite in points way. But I really enjoyed it, so I want to give it a 4.7, 4.5. I mean.
Okay. I was actually thinking about 4.5 as well.
Okay.
Because it's entertaining as fuck.
Yes, but it's not there.
It's super meta. It's super Tarantino. It's super nice to see Leonardo and Brad.
It's a fresh, like, breath of air.
Yeah, and
not
it feels
because,
a bit nostalgic as well.
Yeah,
even if it's not for our generation, it feels super nice.
But it's not like a fresh breath of air just because, like, it's a Tarantino. He doesn't have made a movie in like a year or something. But it's just the way he tells it, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just you sitting there thinking, I don't know what is going on. What is the purpose? Like, for some people that actually watch the incident, like they know about the incident and stuff, they probably know the purpose of it and everything.
Even that if you haven't seen or you don't know about the incident.
Yeah, you're just sitting there like, what is the purpose? And then eventually start to think, it's because of this, and then still in the end you have unanswered questions, and then you starting to make research about what actually happened in real life that was based on this, and then you're looking at the characters, for example the ice cream truck man and stuff like that,
and it all makes sense.
I don't think it pushes it doesn't reach the number 5.
No
4.5.
No it does. It's not 4.5. Yeah, I think 5 is like really up there.
5 is like, dude, I want to make love to the movie.
Because this film is it's a slow movie.
Yeah.
It's not like fast, and it's like easy, relax. You're watching this. It's nice. It's nice, right? Look, how fresh, like the way it tells the story. Like the scene where Sharon Tate goes into the cinema.
You research, but you don't even know the name.
No. She goes into the cinema to watch her film, like super long scene. Like, what do we get out of it? Okay. It doesn't help the story, but we understand her and we start loving her because we see like how nice her character is, like how she is as a person, and it's like this is how everyone in the USA saw her. Yeah. You know?
They were laughing at her, but not like laughing at her, like with her.
No, she was this like super cute, like, you know, Marley Manson type of figure.
Yeah.
Like,
But she was like loved.
Yeah, loved. And then when someone dies in this horrific ways, you love them even more.
So a thing about this is a short topic right before we're gonna finish. But what about the feet? What the?
Oh damn, dude! So much feet.
What
Jesus.
is that? A symbolic for something?
No. That's Tarantino. He loves feet.
Wait, that's confirmed.
Yeah. He loves feet.
Because Margaret Robbie is sitting in the theater.
Yes.
We saw taking off her shoes with her dirty ass feet, thinking, "What the fuck? That's pretty disgusting." And then when he picks up the hippie girl,
dude,
Cliff,
this is like
she just puts her disgusting feet
on the glass.
On the glass. I was thinking, is that like a metaphor for something? Because that's just fucking weird.
That's a metaphor for disgusting.
Yeah. This movie was disgusting. 3 out of 5.
No, but it's a Tarantino thing. It's been like through several films that he made. It's the same thing that keeps popping up. Like he likes.
That was the thing that yeah, I think that will be.
That's it. Thank you for listening or watching.
Last week we broke records with views. Maybe because the movie was the first time it was like close to relevancy.
Yeah.
But also because I felt
in the middle of it.
I felt it was. I said it prior to that episode before we uploaded it, the Parasite episode, and I said this episode is one of my favorite, probably my favorite.
Yeah, it was.
Because it was like both of us really enjoyed the movie,
and we enjoyed the talk about the movie.
It was just and I felt like it was the same with this one. It was just so many things.
Yeah. We can keep going, like for sure.
Oh, yeah. I have some stuff written down, but I didn't bring it up.
No, you don't. Not anymore. Thank you for listening or watching.
This was episode 14.
I think so.
Yes. See you next time.